Hey there, badass dream makers. This is the Relationship of Your Dreams podcast. It's Alex, your badass dream maker host. I'm here because I believe that all humans deeply desire and thrive in loving relationships. And let me tell you, it's possible because many do find the love of their dreams and more. I'm just here as a guide to help you through the variety of obstacles and hurdles in dating and relationships so that you can also find the love of your dreams. And you're bound to learn about yourself as well. So, 2-in-1 deal. We will get deep here and you may feel triggered at times. Triggers and discomfort are part of a growth process. However, please use discretion as to how much discomfort you are ready for. Now, let's jump into this juicy episode and get you what you want. Hello to my lovely listeners. This episode's actually a very, very last second episode, and it's slightly different because I'm going to be focusing on friendships or relationships in general rather than a romantic relationship. I am about to fly to my friend in Florida, and it is because she is struggling with something that I have struggled through or struggled with. And I want to be there to support her, and I don't know the next time I can go there because I have a job coming up that's going to take a lot of my time while also doing coaching. So right now I have a week off, and I decided, yesterday about today, I'm going to fly to her for the week. Now that I have this time off and I know that she needs support, or I don't even want to say need, but like would appreciate support. And, something I was thinking about when debating if I wanted to make this decision or not to fly to Florida is, I have a lot of these things to do that I could do this week that I want to work on for my coaching, that I want to work on for my other business that I'm a part of, and excuse me, and the gym, all this stuff that I usually have on my schedule. And I'm like, is it worth going to Florida for these 5 days when I could be doing these other things? And, I really thought about it, and I was like, the relationship, the friendship is more worth it, because if I looked back at this situation in the future and I hadn't gone, I would regret it. I would definitely regret it. And you know why? Friendships and relationships in general are really important to nurture. And I have personally gone through some periods of time where I felt I was focusing more on myself and maybe wasn't nourishing my friendships as much. And, it happens, especially if you're doing a lot of internal work and you're just getting started with deep awareness. And, there's a lot of thinking and feeling to do, a lot that you didn't really think or feel before, even when you were in the self-improvement or self-development journey, whatever you want to call it, right? There's a point when it comes to deep awareness that it's hard to really nourish your relationships because you're so focused on yourself, and that's besides the point. The point here is it is important to prioritize your relationships that are healthy for you. That are healthy for you. And my friend in Florida is one of my best friends. And her and I immediately clicked when we first met. And ever since then, we've been really close. She's someone who I can feel very genuine and authentic around. She's someone who accepts all of me. And I can tell that she doesn't judge me and will definitely listen to absolutely anything I have to say and will support me in absolutely anything I need to do or want to do. She will challenge me if she thinks that maybe a decision is questionable, which is completely valid, and she'll still support whatever I end up deciding to do. And she's just someone who I can feel very comfortable around. And that's just something that is priceless. It just really doesn't have a price. It really, really doesn't. And yes, I could be working on all these other things, which actually I'm gonna do there anyways, because she still has to work. So I'm gonna work on my stuff too, anyways. But like, of course, I'm not gonna have, my typical desk and, my typical work setup, etc. It's gonna be a little different and a little bit of adjustment. And it's worth it. It's really worth nourishing that relationship. And you know why these relationships are so important to nourish? It's because they're irreplaceable. They're very irreplaceable. People are irreplaceable. Money's replaceable. Working on yourself, like while working out, like at the gym, whatever, or on your body, that's replaceable. I can do that next week. I can't see her next week. And I know that if I was struggling a lot with something and, I felt lonely or, in this battle by myself, I would definitely really appreciate if a friend stepped into the picture and, gave a little more support than usual. And of course, not everyone has the time or energy to do that, so it's not like I necessarily expect friends to do that immediately when I need it. And currently, I have the time and energy to do this, to go to Florida. And I've been wanting to see her anyway, so, like, it's also a good excuse, right? But, like, my point here is that if you have the time and energy to be there for your friend, and you have the resources to be there for your friend, and the weight on the other side is just, your typical schedule and some, optional / not optional work, but like work that it can be flexible and routine, etc. I don't know if I just said routine or not. I might have. Like, weighing those out, when you have the time and energy and resources, nourish that relationship. Because like I said, that is irreplaceable. Every single person is unique. Therefore, every single relationship is unique. And it's something that if you look back in life and you're like, oh, I didn't nourish that relationship, and that person had been there for me so many times, we had such a great connection, and I didn't nourish it. And now we don't have the relationship I am seeking, I am yearning, because naturally we are social creatures. We want to connect with people. We want to connect with people deeply, deeply. Those are the best relationships. And part of that deepness is that authenticity, and it's such a blessing when you can connect with someone and be authentic with them. So you're not just alone in your authenticity. You get to be with someone who accepts you. And that right there is so priceless. So please take this lesson as you need it. And maybe if you have the time, energy, and resources, give a little extra love to your friend, to your relationship, to your friendships. Nourish them a little more. Even if it's just to send a text over and being like, I'm thinking of you. Or in my case, it's taking a flight the next day. If you are able to do that, like, cool, go for it. It doesn't have to be that grandiose. It can just be down to a text, to scheduling a call, just anything to show that you are there for that person and that you love them and that you are not... what do I want to say? Like, you're not judgmental of them. You're accepting of them. That's the word I wanted to say. Like, you are accepting of this person that you've decided to be in a relationship or friendship with. And I know I'll keep saying it. I'll say it over and over and over. But that's priceless. It is something that cannot be replaced by anything. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to this episode. I know that it's a little different than usual. Still along the lines of relationships, and that's important, even if it's not a romantic relationship. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, because you deserve it.